Okay, so to give you a little bit of catch up, we're talking about scripting this week, and in the beginning of the week, we talked about how essentially you do scripting, which is basically when we focus on our goal and we focus on um, sometimes we focus on our goal and then we get bogged down a little bit by the how, and then most people will tell you to sort of let go of the how and just let it arrive and let it come. But a lot of people have difficulty with that, particularly somebody like me who likes to know what's going on and like how is that going to happen and things. It's really hard to just kind of sit back and accept, oh, it's just going to come to me. So this technique of scripting is actually a really good technique for those people who want to feel like they're a little bit more in control of the process of getting to where they need to be. So this is almost like creating a plan, but it's almost like, I would say it's more like writing the story of how you get to where you want to be. So we've talked about how to apply this in business. We've talked about how to apply it to ourselves. Yesterday we talked about how to apply it in relationships, and today we're going to talk about how to apply it to finance. So if you're watching the replay, my name is Michelle Dale, and I'm coming to you today from a virtual co-working space. And in terms of how we apply this to finance, it's really about rewriting your story about your relationship to money. So if you have some sort of a financial goal that you want to achieve, then you might look at that goal, if it's a little bit, lofty or a little bit beyond what you would normally think to achieve. And then you might say to yourself, like, I just don't know how this money is going to come in. And the purpose of scripting is to really start writing out, well, how would actually I want this money to come in? Or where do I think it could potentially come in? So it starts your mind processing, okay, well, I'm certain now this is happening, and I'm certain now this is happening. And it could be things like, I'm certain now whenever I look at my bank accounts, they're always overflowing, or I always have a six-figure number in my bank account, or it could be, if you've got a product, for example, it could be relating to, I'm waking up in the morning, I'm so grateful that I'm waking up in the morning, seeing new sales come in overnight while I sleep. I make sales while I sleep. Like you write it in the present tense, and you make it specifically about I am, I have, I'm thankful for, I'm certain that, I know now. So everything is about that, and you literally write out your story of how you got to where you wanted to be. So, in terms of if you've got a financial goal and you have resistance to someone just handing you a bag of cash, which could entirely happen, but if you have resistance to it, it won't. Then you might say to yourself, well, what do I feel good about that I don't have resistance to help me manifest this quicker? So you might say to yourself, well, I want to manifest a certain money amount and I have a business. So you might want to focus on where the money is coming from in the business. So you might want to say to yourself, I have a super successful business. Clients are contacting me every day for consultations, and clients are always paying me on time, and clients are paying me any package that I ask for, any package price that I ask for. So if you feel less resistance to money coming in from a certain area, then script out what that looks like to you, so you can essentially write the story of how the money's coming in. Now, some people will not have resistance to how money's coming in. So you can be a little bit more broader with this. Like, I'm so grateful that money's flowing to me every day. I'm so grateful every time I open up my PayPal account, there's another deposit. I am certain that there is always plenty of money in my bank accounts to pay my bills. I'm certain that I always have enough to buy whatever I want. You can also take this a step further if you want money, for example, for something specific like a holiday. I always say to people, if you're going to do that, then actually start living the holiday, and this is really important, that you have to start really living as if the money was already there. So you say to yourself, okay, well, funny enough, Karen, we're talking about you going to San Francisco. But like, let's say, for example, Karen says, I really want to go to San Francisco, and, you know, there's not enough funds or not enough money. So what Karen can start doing then is planning the holiday to San Francisco, as in looking up dates, looking up flights, planning when the best time to go would be. Or if you've got it around an event, it would be looking on TripAdvisor, looking at where you're going to go when you're on the holiday, looking at what you would do, you know, and then suddenly it manifests. Karen is planning the next holiday already. Obviously, you had a fantastic time, and it's well worth doing again. And this is the thing, too many people feel like I will start planning for this stuff after the money comes in. But it's the act of planning and the act of setting the intention that brings the money in. So if you're using scripting for this purpose, you would start saying, you can say it in the past tense as well, which is really interesting. So you can say, I had the most amazing holiday. We laid on the beach all day. We drank cocktails in the evening at the bar. You know, we met some incredible people. We did this. We went to this trip. We saw this monument. We, you know, like, you can actually script it out. And the universe, or the universal laws, by the universal laws, must bring that to you as long as you believe it's possible. So scripting for finance can be broad, as in saying, I'm certain now that I always have enough money in my accounts. I'm certain now I always pay my bills on time. I'm so thankful that money's flowing to me every day into my accounts. I'm so thankful that my accounts are always maintaining six figures. Whatever feels right to you, you've got the broad financial aspect of it, of scripting. And then you've got the more structured aspect of it, as in terms of, if you've got a financial goal, but you can't imagine yourself or believe that a bag of cash is just going to come out of nowhere, or, you know, something's going to happen, then you might say to yourself, well, I'm going to script out how I do believe this might happen. And that might be, I'm, you know, like, everyone's hunting me down for my services. I'm getting LinkedIn messages every day from people wanting to work with me. I'm receiving emails, you know, consistently with sales of my products. I'm opening up my calendar now for more appointments for my consultation calls and my coaching sessions, or something like that. So anything that's believable to you, that's going to help you achieve that goal. Even if you say to yourself, okay, well, if I want to achieve $10,000 a month, and I have a program or a, you know, an offer or a package or something which is $1,000 a month, and I sell that 10 times every month, you know, you can script out and say, I'm so grateful that I'm consistently selling 10 of this package every month. So you can do it more for that kind of, like, I'm going to create this outcome specifically, or you can do it generally, like I said, or you could do it for some other aspect, as in terms of thinking more about the details of the goal. So if you're trying to manifest money for a holiday, like we were saying, start looking at the flights, start setting the dates, start clearing the calendar, start thinking about what you need to prepare to take on the holiday, start thinking about, have I got my passport, like, prepare yourself for this. And when you're scripting that out, script it out as if you've gone on the holiday, you've taken the holiday, or script it out as if the holiday is already booked and it's already happening. And, you know, like, write your to-do list of things you've got to do, pack, get this, do that. Just live it. Like, really live whatever you're writing out in your story and your script, and it shall come to pass. It's, again, universal law. So that's what we're doing for our closing on scripting this week. So thank you so much for following me along with this. I do hope you do try this out. It's been phenomenal for me. Like I say, all of these techniques that you find on YouTube and the internet and from the gurus and from the experts, they all work because they've all worked for somebody. But the most important thing is if you believe that they're going to work for you, okay? When you believe that they're going to work for you, they will. So scripting for me is something very believable, because when I'm writing down the story, I'm feeling the feelings of already having it, of already that it's done, it's mine, it's, you know, it's a done deal, and I'm just enjoying the process of scripting this out and deciding the details of how it's, you know, how it's going to come and how it's going to be afterwards. So have fun with that. In the meantime, we are going to do our daily accountability, and we will be back here tomorrow for another morning mindset with our oracle card messages for the week ahead. So I look forward to seeing you then. Thank you, Karen. It's lovely to have you back again. And I hope you've got your journals at the ready to get back into morning mindset and our accountability. So I shall see you back here tomorrow, hopefully. And in the meantime, have a wonderful day ahead. Thank you so much.
Before we begin, don't forget you can join me live online inside Virtual Co-working Space at www.virtualmissfriday.com/VCS. If you enjoy this session, give it a like. I'd love to hear from you, so write me a comment. And so you don't miss any updates, don't forget to subscribe. Let's begin. So now we're going to look for the positive with our gratitude. First, we'll spend 1 minute thinking of the day before. Thinking of all the things that happened, reflecting on work, interactions, relationships, memorable moments, and more. Now you'll write one thing down minimum that you're grateful for. You can, of course, write down more. Something good, something that went right, a small moment or a big win. The more you search for things to be grateful for, the more you will experience things to be grateful for. Now we're going to read out your goal. Make sure your goal is written down in a journal or somewhere you can easily access it. Read your goal now, ideally out loud, and commit to this goal. Believe it will happen. And by reading this daily, the universe knows clearly what your goal is, and the things begin to shift in the direction of your goal. Follow your instincts when this happens by taking action. Now you need to see your goal in visualization. Spend this minute thinking about the goal in your mind. See yourself taking steps towards the goal, or even better still, see yourself having already achieved the goal. Close your eyes and go there. Step into the feeling, step into the place, step into the accomplishment. And finally, it's time for your most important task. Set this task for today and make it relating to your goal. This could be something small like sending an email, recording a video, or making a phone call, or it could be bigger. Either way, one task a day is one step forward, and those steps will add up. Do what you can from where you are now. Set the intention, and the action will carry you towards your goal. Well done you for completing your daily co-create session. Have a fantastic day ahead, and I'll see you next time.